Alright, what we're showing you here is we've connected the dolly to trailer A, and the brakes don't have to be charged, they're released, don't have to really have any airlines or anything hooked up. And what we're doing is we're backing it up under trailer B, making sure we're lined up good here.
Lined up good.
And we're going to move on to connecting our airlines and all the other steps.
That's a hell of a tug test.
Now our air valves at the back of trailer A were obviously closed, or we wouldn't have been able to back it up and maintain air. We're going to switch them to the open position now.
And I'm assuming these are in the off position? Yes. So, whatever way. And do they go across? Do they know normally you're supposed to go across?
Now moving on to the next step, we're going to connect our safety chains. You want to make sure you don't cross them. Another important thing is make sure you're not pinching your airlines or anything, so make sure those are tucked up out of the way. Another important thing is you always want to hook from the top down. Now you notice here on this hook that the safety latch wasn't closed, so double check, make sure the spring action mechanism is working right in that thing. If it's not, find your DBIR. Always know on each piece of equipment where your DBIR slips are and get them to the shop, get them fixed. They will shut you down for it. On this one here, it doesn't even close. So this setup, I would maybe bungee that just to make sure the hook stays connected and doesn't drag on the ground. Get it over to the shop right away, and or take it somewhere and get it fixed before you even attempt to hit the road. Now that you got the front end of the dolly connected there to the pintle hook, all the lines hooked up, we're going to hook up the rear end. Now we're going to make the connection to trailer B. Hook everything up there. Normally, everything is bungeed. Most guys just kind of bungee it or keep it put together there in the center of the dolly where the framing is. Let's cover valves some more, especially on the dolly here. You may have wondered earlier how we were able to roll the dolly with the brakes released and no air going to it, since the valves on the back of trailer A were actually closed. We've got this valve here. You'll find it somewhere on the neck of the dolly. You want to make sure that that's in the open position. That gives you the opportunity to roll it by hand and get the dolly hooked up to trailer A. Once you've got your connection made, you're hooked up to trailer B, all of your airlines are connected, and you want to make sure that valve is closed. That way you make sure you've got enough air built up in the system. Make sure there's no hissing or anything leaking out of that, and that'll help you also maintain your air on your air gauges and make sure that all of your brakes are functioning properly. To summarize here, if you're hooked up to a dolly and you're not even going to pull a trailer B with it, but you're going to pull the dolly with behind trailer A, you keep the valves on the back of the trailer closed. You're going to keep the valve on the neck of the dolly open. Keep the brakes released. So there is actually no brakes going to the dolly at that time. It just kind of gets slowed down and moves with trailer A. And again, if all of your connections are made and you are pulling a second trailer, trailer B, you want to make sure that that valve is closed, no air is coming out of it, and your air system is fully charged up. What we've done here so far is we've lowered the landing gear on trailer B and pulled forward with the tractor a little bit. The dolly's still connected to trailer A. Now keep in mind, it's always easy, once again, with the valve open to roll these things. So maybe if we were going to reconnect again, we would maybe roll the dolly and hook it to trailer B first, or we can roll it and hook it to trailer A, vice versa, whatever's best for the situation. Now we'll move on and show you how to disconnect. And what we do is we push in on the pin on the right hand side and lift up on the top. That gives us our clearance there and frees us from the latch to where we can just bang up on the tongue there and disconnect it from the pintle. We've brought you over to a different trailer here to show you a different type. Now this one here has got also a spring-loaded pin on the right-hand side there, and then the little silver flap you see on the top lifts up.
And then pull up.
In order to keep the videos short, not just have a bunch of blah blah blah, we covered the important things. Know your equipment. Everything's going to be a little different. Airbags, lowering and raising them. Obviously your landing gear, always make sure those are raised and lowered. And then get out and look. Stay safe, do it right, and stay tuned for one of my other videos to come.